everybody and welcome to the Goretti Corner. Well, today I'm going to make you something which is one of my favorite veg dishes. Of course, the first time I was introduced to it as braised cottage cheese with spinach. But what it actually is Palak Paneer. So when I make Palak Paneer, I don't really add fresh cream at the end of making my Palak Paneer. What I actually do is put a little of the paneer into the spinach when I puree it, and that makes it really creamy and tasty. So you don't really have to add any more calories to your Palak Paneer. So this is it, my half kg of blanched fresh spinach. It's really nice. And of course some of the water which you will need when you grind it. And you can also add a few pieces of the paneer. It makes it all the more richer and really creamy and tasty. Okay, this is it. And now we're ready to cook. I love cooking in non-stick because that way you can use less oil. So in a non-stick pan or in a normal pan, you can just put some oil, put a good amount. This must be about 3 tablespoons. To my oil, which is nice and hot now, I'm going to add my 2 onions that are nice, finely chopped. To this, I'm going to sprinkle some salt on it. I'm going to add my 2 chopped tomatoes to the onions. Now the tomatoes kind of slow down the cooking process. So if you want, you can raise the temperature by increasing the flame. Arshad was having a shoot with his photographer friend Amit, and they were both doing this shoot for I think some film. So I told them, guys, I'm going to cook you this really amazing dish. And they asked me, what are you going to make for us? And I said, I'm going to make for you braised cottage cheese with spinach. And I really toiled it because I'm not very good at making Indian food because I never grew up eating food like this. So it takes me time for me to learn the textures and the tastes and what goes into it. So I finished doing this entire thing, and then I called the boys. They were on the terrace shooting, and I said, okay, so come and have this. And they sat on the table and they looked at the dish and said, oh, this is Palak Paneer. I just felt very stupid. I couldn't believe that it's a dish that I've always heard, and I didn't know that that's what I was making because I was introduced to it as braised cottage cheese with spinach. So that's my Palak Paneer story. I put my ginger, now I'm putting my garlic, and let's cook it a bit. And once you can kind of smell the aroma of the garlic, you put in your lal mirchi powder. So now that my lal mirchi powder is in and has had quite a little swirl, I'm going to go with the rest. The dhania powder or the coriander powder, garam masala, a tablespoon of garam masala. Well, now it is time for us to put our haldi. And last but not the least, a mixed vegetable masala that is available in any market. We're going to add our paneer and just toss it. I don't like to fry my paneer, but I like the softness in it. Okay, it's now time to add our pureed spinach with cottage cheese. And you're done. Now you bring this to a boil, salt to taste, and you have Palak Paneer. So we're ready. Our Palak Paneer is yummy, straight out of the pan into my plate. This is lovely. So, if you really liked what we made for you today, don't forget to comment, like, share and subscribe to the Goretti Corner because I promise you our food is fantastic. So don't forget to download the Fame mobile app, because that's where you're going to find India's hottest young stars live on your mobile. Go live your fame.